Welcome back to the FAMU Alpha LCS, where we just saw fantastic anime personalities off of the back of Chad Penguin. Chad P Flex and Chad, everybody. Uh, Doing the best, you know, impression of Darshan in the base against Paw Patrol, who was pretty much dominating the whole entire early game here, taking a Game 1 victory. And as I just mentioned, Chad Penguin will be your Game 1 MVP with 7 votes to none. So, with that being said, Matt, what do you think Paul has to do here? You said it even in the middle of the game that looks like they were doing really, really well in that early game. But they just kind of, something happened and then Chad just P-flexed all over them.
Yeah, and I think that's the most difficult thing to wrap your head around is when like you have certain lanes that are like doing incredibly well, and then just one lane like you allow a snowball champion to get ahead. It's really difficult um, to like mentally stay in that game. But I think they did a good job keeping their composure. They kept it a very close game. I think in game two, you obviously have to keep away certain champions. Like you don't want to see the Jax back. You don't want to put Chad on a hard carry champion. Um, so not letting me.
Hmm. Alright, we're gonna
Redo.
go to a redo.
That's my bad, everyone.
It's alright. They switch sides every time.
Okay. All right, we should be good to go, I hope. I'm gonna say we're good to go.
Alright, let's hope this one works.
Please don't let me down.
And so I think we're about ready to start pick and ban here. I think if you feel like there's a different option that you can go besides just banning the what is it?
The Jax.
Yeah. Everything's kind of staying status quo here so far. That probably doesn't need to change anything. But I'm looking for PAW to do some adaptations.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is making sure that if you are like you pick a stronger bot lane. I think that's the hardest thing is making sure you pick a strong bot lane to combat um, how well we saw the OF puppy and Purple Psycho Dog play. So I would like to see something a little bit stronger from FAP. Maybe we see Kaisa banned away from.
Kaisa was a really, really good and strong pick. Sever being focused out of Donville once again. And they do the same 3 exact bans, but they let the Morgana go through this time. Not feeling like FAP needed to ban it because they had first pick. So that's going to be a really good pick for Lolly head type Elise.
I think I think this could be. I'm curious. I'm curious if they're gonna give Rob Morgana or if they're gonna give it to Lolly Hentai. Because with it being a flex, oh, we see the Malzahar.
Yeah, that is another ban. I guess that they didn't do. The Scion was a second round ban last time. So they banned the Cho'Gath and the Scion with Malzahar coming through. So we know that there'll be some lane swapping going on here.
So hear me out. We go back to season like 7 and we bring back Malzahar Jungle.
So yeah, I heard you.
You're not a fan, are you?
No, not at all.
Ooh. Okay, so we see Leona and Olaf. I'd like the Leona pickup, and I think the Olaf is going to be a good counter to it, especially because you can just ult and not be bothered by the Leona.
I think Olaf with Black Shield is about the scariest thing that you can think of. Varus Morgana is such. Not many people like Varus in our league and just in general, but I think Varus and Ashe, supportive ADCs who can also do a crap ton of damage because they're ADCs by nature, but their kits do, utility things with their ultimates, or for Varus, it's the slow on the E and like percentage health damage. I think it's really good, but OP going to be picking out the Tristana Leona. This is going to be a really volatile bot lane.
Yeah, I'm also someone I do like the Varus. Varus has been a very strong pick as of late. I think another strong champion that I've seen it a lot more recently has been Caitlyn, and I think Caitlyn would have paired very well with Leona. And we see the Jax band out for Chad Penguin, but this could be a surprise, and it's actually Olaf top. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
But
I don't know if that's going to happen. The Jax and the Zillion coming out again in the Malphite. And this time the Skarner, so they don't want to have to pay the tax, even though I don't believe anyone did. But Barklin99 on that Skarner looking really, really good. Was probably in the running to be MVP if PAW would have come out with that win.
absolutely.
So showing a little bit of respect right there, as I'm not sure what they're going to do. They probably want to save top for the last pick, so look for the jungle pick right here, and it will be the Xin Zhao.
Ooh. I think it would be. So I think it's smart leaving your top lane for a counter pick. I like Xin Zhao as a champion, but I'm very hesitant to pick that into this comp. Because I think if Morgana can hit you with a Q or Varus ult and you're just stuck in place and you've burned all your cooldowns, you're just useless for like another couple minutes.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's going to be the Morgana mid, which makes me think this is going to be the Glacial Augment Morgana that we've been seeing popping up, with Tahm Kench being locked in as the support role. And Urgot, now the Olaf Urgot can be switched, but I do believe that's going to be Urgot top, with Olaf being in the jungle right there. But we have seen Urgot jungle before. Now, what do you play into this if you're StarCraft and you go with the Yorick?
I like it. You can listen. You can never go wrong with Yorick. I still think he's stupid strong. I will always support people picking Yorick, just because old Yorick was awesome. His kit was garbage, but like when you'd see someone pull him out, you're like, this person will dumpster you regardless of matchup.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested by this. I think in some ways maybe like an Aatrox pick might have been a little bit better.
I think
Just because you always have that way of denying the fear beyond death with your World Ender.
that's true. You do always have your guaranteed safety. I think in terms of a safer pick, it would have. But I think in terms of sustain and a dual pick, I do think Yorick might be a little bit better for that.
Yeah, we really... Excuse me. It'll be really interesting to see um, how all this plays out. Gonna probably be that Conqueror Urgot maxing the W first, I hope. We saw one in the game, I believe it was either last night or the night before, where we saw the Urgot come out from both sides of in the top lane, and they are still doing the old Q max. But with the changes of how the W works, you want to try to get that max as fast as you can. And now the E is on the shield. But I will digress for now. Is talking about these team comps, who do you like and why this time?
My gut said stick with PAW, but I think this time I'm going to give it to FAP. I think the Morgana mid is such a strong pick now, like in the meta. We've seen it on professional play, and even seeing it here, we've seen it demonstrated a couple times very well. But what I will say is Morgana's utility, especially with now having ult that gains movement speed as you run towards them, definitely makes her a much more dangerous champion, and I'm very happy about it. So I think their team fight capability for FAP, coinciding Morgana, binding ult with like the CC of Varus, as well as Tom Kench being a good peel, and even having Olaf be able to disengage if he gets caught out by someone individually, as long as he's level 6 like or over, I think that's very strong on the side of FAP. Whereas I look at Paul, and I see not a whole lot of opportunities for disengage. I see Leona ult, I see Crescent Strike, I see Tristana ult. If Malzahar gets picked, they're gonna have to burn a lot to keep him up. And I would really love to see Malzahar be proactive and try and get this early game lead onto the Morgana, but I know it's gonna be very difficult.
Yeah, I think having this Morgana mid lane now with the Olaf in the jungle, that level 3 gank onto the Malzahar is going to be so easy. You put the black shield onto the Olaf. He can't be stopped. He doesn't take as much damage from the magic because of the magic shield. And he just literally is going to chase down any and everybody on this team. And the Tom Kench in the bot lane is so crucial in my opinion, because that Leona was like kind of counterpicked itself when we thought the Morgana was support.
Right.
And now anytime you go in on anybody that is not the Tom Kench, you just have to you're gonna you're gonna have to just, it's gonna get eaten up by the Tom Kench, who I think LOL Hentai Police will take the Unsealed Spellbook again. I think instead of going Exhaustos, should go Cleanse in this matchup.
I do think it's a very good call. But I think one of the highlights for me is what we're looking at in this mid lane matchup. We do see purple Psycho Dog taking over mid lane, Vase Beowulf, and we do see Starcraft going top. So a lot of rotations here from flexibility from their team, which I think is wonderful. In the mid lane matchup, we see the Malzahar take teleport. So the teleport advantage is always going to be on the side, should almost always be on the side of PAW. So their global map pressure and what they're going to be looking for in neutral objectives, I think, will be great. But I'm still hesitant to give them the benefit of the doubt. And it's nothing against like their team comp, and the players are phenomenal. It's just when you're going up against champions like the Urgot, who has the instant, has the fear beyond death. You have the Morgana, who can run at you and stun you permanently. You have the Varus, who can root like 5. If you get a good enough Varus, you can root 5 people, and it's just dangerous.
Yeah, the amount of CC that can come out from the side of FAP is devastating. I'm also going to give it to FAP, though, just because I like their comp in terms of just champion picks overall. There is more click R and win sort of conditions coming up from the side of PAW with the Nether Grasp and the Solar Flare. Also, now they have the 4-1 win condition in StarCraft on this Yorick. But it'll be really interesting to see how that all plays out, because I do believe that this Urgot can and possibly will get the better of the matchup.
I think it just depends, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think it depends on how you play it. Urgot obviously has the ranged advantage in this matchup, but I think if you're Yorick and you can play everything well enough, you can probably get some really good chip damage in just from putting up your wall, QE, and just letting your little, whatever they're called, the gremlins, ghouls and goblins, Castlevania Symphony of the Night people, just let them go at them. The Fleamen, that's what they're called in Sony.
Yeah, they're called. Are they the Freemen?
I have no idea. Free to flex on them. Hashtag Chad Penguin. Support your players. I do think something interesting to note, though, is actually the last minute change, and we see the teleport come out from Rob on the Morgana.
Yeah,
So
I think that's probably just because they expect Allie. Allie will run teleport on literally anything. Purple Psycho Dog will. Beowulf is an awesome support. You carried me the first time I ever played. See, this person agrees. I don't even know who you are. Gert, Beowulf's fiance, Monka S, Yayaya's in chat. I think this is a better lineup for PAW. Purple Psycho Dog is a good mid laner and Beowulf's a good support. Saul Goodman. Dave, what's your summoner name? But it'll be on... Okay, yeah. Just kind of giving everybody a little bit of attention there in chat. Yeah.
I always love seeing how many people we get come out to games like this. I want to personally shout out everyone. Definitely makes me feel good being a part of.
Q-Max on Urgot is not correct, my dude.
Y'all are great.
I'm literally gonna go look it up right now.
Go look at what?
Some admin is trash talking me in chat.
Ooh. Whack.
Yeah, I think Q-Max is horrible. And they're actually doing it on their website. That's horrible. What is this? Plat Plus? Okay, what about Diamond Plus? Still? Masters Plus? Still? All ranks? Haha, all ranks. They're doing WMAX. Good job, all ranks.
I would just like to point out, Claw has 5 skins. FAP only has 4. Do skins win games?
Well, they were both 4 skin last game, so.
So we got the 5 skin to the 4 skin. And of course, it's Lolly Hentai Police. Not showing us the skin. Not showing us his skin.
Yeah, I almost thought that was Kale for some reason.
The Solar Eclipse Leona?
Oh my god, yeah.
I thought the same thing. It's like I'll be like playing support and like I'll pick Thresh. I'm like, alright, I'm playing against a Leona. But like I look at it, I'm like, shit, I'm playing against Kale support. And then I was like, wait, that wouldn't be good anyways.
Yeah. 54% win rate says otherwise. All right,
good old pause it 10.
Good old pause it.
Let's do it.
Alright, I am paused. Give me a second.
Tom Kinch with Unsealed Spellbook is actually really nice. I honestly wouldn't disagree with that. Tom Kinch with Unsealed Spellbook.
That's what I was saying during the... Alright, and in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I just thought about this. OP Puppy is running Firefighter Tristana. What dog do you associate with firefighters? A Dalmatian. 101 Dalmatians have 99 PAW wins. This was all planned. Ooh.
With the real analysis we need, but not the one we deserve. They're sitting on a ward and they probably just realized it.
I will say something that I'm looking forward to is I would like to see the Tom Kench utilize ultimate to take advantage of the immobile mid laner. I would like to see grab Varus or grab Chad Penguin and just drop mid and just get a ton of and just stack your proc and be able to just stomp.
Nice. Hold on. We're going to have standard starts right here. Both are going to be starting on the bot side.
Let me show you what it is to fall.
Also, if you are in chat right now and you can stream for our series here on PMA LCS of OO versus SVT, please type in chat.
We would love you forever. I mean, we already will, but we'll love you even more.
I don't know about that much.
Lord Bung will give you his blessing.
I don't know who that is.
What do you mean?
Alright, as Jupil is going to be fighting Barklin999, who has Conqueror. They both have Conqueror right now, but the red buff, this is not what you want to do. The flash comes out, OP Puppy. Oh, but the root lands right there in the Ignite. Can you give it over to OP Puppy? OP Puppy gets that kill right there. Really nice. Going down right there. And OP Puppy gonna be having double buffs in this lane is going to be massive.
That's gonna be super strong for Tristana. I mean, you know what went really well with theirs? I'm sorry, I'm just thinking aloud. Pyke would have been a very good pick this matchup.
Pyke would have been a spicier pick.
Send Pyke mid. Do Pyke mid. Be G2 caps. I don't know if you saw that or if I'm spoiling anything.
I didn't watch the series today, but I know who won.
Oh my god, they played Pyke mid. It was spicy.
Yep, Nolan's gonna be like, hey, we should play Pyke mid.
Listen, have a good time. StarCraft taking some unfavorable trades here in the top lane with Chad. Oh, good binding from Rob.
Interesting that they would use the space base. She don't got no sums though, re-gank. Yeah, but you tell me where the CC's coming from on the side of this. You know, like that's all I'm saying. That's gonna be really, really tough to just have Olaf and LOL Hentai Police just run at you.
That is a good point, especially because, like, you know, now that I think about it, if she's gonna run at you, that could be really dangerous. Like, you don't have a lot of CC in this bot lane. Obviously, you have to stack Tom Kinch proc, or you get level 6 and Bear's ultimate is pretty good. But like, oh, Rob. Fat damage.
Yeah, and there we go with the black shield right there, and the auto attack Rob taking down Purple Psycho Dog right there. One kill going over to this mid laner right here. Also wanting to note, Rob did not take the Glacial Augment like I thought they would. They ended up taking the standard Comet as Barklin999 finds Jupil right here. The Zenith Blade comes up and Barklin999 gets his revenge as Chad Penguin has to flash away from StarCraft, but the little gremlins kill him in the end using the Conqueror procs. Oh no. Well, it looked like it was going really good for the way of FAP at first, but it looks like the first plate of the game is going to be going over to StarCraft in this top lane.
Yeah, really well done. We're seeing StarCraft. It's great seeing StarCraft on like a hyper carry champion. These champions are super strong, and that's kind of what we want to see. Like at least that's personally what I want to see. Is like a champion able to win the game.
I think StarCraft, as much as they've always been very adamant about they're not a top laner and they'd rather play any other lane because it's not fun. They're the best at what they do in that top lane. As Beowulf is just poking a little bit far forward right now. Tom Kinch getting
Yeah.
some licks on his tingly pingly.
Ooh. Looking for some trades mid lane, especially with this Malzahar having hit 6. Well, both mid laners hitting 6, but Malzahar having a little bit more impact on an individual matchup. Ooh. Okay, so we're starting to see a little bit more itemization. We see the red smite coming out from the Xin Zhao, which is not untypical. The blue smite coming out from Olaf, obviously to slow them down, which I think is a brilliant decision. But
Got a lot of damage coming on as Chad Penguin is going to be doing a lot of damage, but the Maiden in the Mist is right here. He doesn't have Flash. Barkland99 is here, ready to get that going down and gets the kill. So no teleport and no Flash as Chad Penguin, your MVP from Game 1, is now 0-2 with only a bunch of hearts to his name. And that's what happens when you jump on to the Varus in this lane. Nom nom. Ken's just going to eat him up, eat him up.
unbench the Kench. Unbench the Kench.
Well, he is unbenched and he is eating up his 80 carry right now. As the gold lead right now is about 800 again in the favor of FAP, who's been doing pretty good, but Jupil taking some damage from these creeps.
Correction, it's in favor of PAW.
Oh, did I say FAP?
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Oh,
favor
man.
of Paul. As Lil Hentai Police gonna get a lot of damage down. That is a TP coming out from Rob. Flash comes out from Rob to try to get the Soul Shackles down. Misses everything, but the rest of them are coming down. They jump on, but he uses the Black Shield in the wrong one. Oh, but he's able to get it. And now the Black Shield is down, and Opie Puppy gets the kill as the Flash was not burned by, was burned by Opie Puppy to secure that kill. As they're looking to even go down further, Beowulf gets the Solar Flare off, and it's a very nice and clean tower dive for the side of Paul, as they're getting some plates here on this bottom side and continue to extend their early lead.
Here's my fear with this. We saw this last time. We saw a really dominant early game from PAW, but like it seems like their trouble is finding the ability to close out a game. So if PAW can turn around and figure out how to close this game out and like just put the iron fist around it and just close it, I think that they will be a dominant force in the coming weeks. But I think that's where they've struggled, is just finding their niche to winning games.
Yeah, I mean, it was more so around just like the win condition of the other team was meeting the win condition of yours, and then eventually it was one real nice TP play that kind of cracked open the base, and then a really good fight. So like it just kind of got out of the way. One macro move that kind of decided it all. But they were still, winning. They had all the dragon control. They were in all the team fights in the previous game. And in this one right now, they do have the dragon control. They are starting up this dragon right over here. It is a mountain drake this time, which would be extremely helpful and beneficial for when they wanted to try to crack down all these towers and moving towards these neutral objectives as well. Jupil has Ghost and no Flash, so he's going to have to just run in on this one if they want to try to contest it. But there looks like they're just going to back up and give over that mountain drake to the side of PAW.
I think it's a smart call to not take that fight, but I don't necessarily know if it's the right call. I definitely think it's very rough to give up something. It's not going to be very early game dominant. Your Mountain Drake is for your later objectives, and depending on what Drake is next, which I'm going to go check, the next one's an Ocean Drake. That is going to be a huge objective to fight for. That out of combat regen is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Like that's going to be a huge like fighting point, especially when you have champions like Morgana, who's very like mana hungry. But we do see the Catalyst of Aeons come out for Morgana, which I think is a very good first buy upon leveling up, getting that 20% back.
Yeah, it is Rob seems to enjoy the Rob of ages. It's a
Hey yo.
Everyone groan in chat. As we're looking about a 2.2k gold lead for the side of PAW right here. They're taking down these towers. We still got 3 minutes before plates are due go down. Looks like they're trying to make another play here down on this bot side as the Malzahar has roamed down here in the bot lane. OP Puppy trying to get as many plates as he possibly can. Almost gets that last one right there. As Malzahar,
We do notice.
yeah.
We do notice that Morgana's like coming to sit by, so like I don't know if it was a preemptive. Like they probably knew that there was going to be a rotation happening, but it's kind of at this point you see that they're down a man, or like you're not certain, but you have that bush warded. So now I think if you're Rob, I think you just go ahead and you come around. Like you should be looping around through the river to try and get something.
Yeah, could have gone at any time, but opted against it. Maybe they said, hey, Morgana's not in mid lane. There she is, spotted on a ward right now. But Jupil is in this bot lane looking for a possible gank opportunity onto this strong duo lane of PAW, but he backs, and meanwhile, while that's happening, Barklin99 is in the top side jungle just trying to see if there are any camps up that he can take.
I'm also curious if the reason that Rob didn't go around is they didn't have vision on where Barklin. Like Barklin has been very good about avoiding their vision, which is great as a jungler, knowing where the pressure, like where you need to not be.
Yep. Oh, here comes Lil Hentai using the ult to try to get down to Beowulf, and they will get Beowulf down, and they will try to give the kill over to a Donville right there. Yeah, actually, Beowulf gonna gift it to him as Chad Penguin has to flash out. Also going for the W max, so that thing is always on, doesn't cost any mana whatsoever.
I think those abilities are awesome. Like I think those passive stack abilities. Like I think Vayne Silverbolt is also like that. Can't necessarily remember if that costs mana.
No, it's just a passive ability. But as they come down here, gonna try to get it, but you're ulting the one that has the Tom Kinch to go to, but they still get the Varus as Barklin99 just dies right there. The shutdown going over. Unstoppable right there. Chasing after Psycho Dog 99, and OP Puppers has to back away. Flash Soul Shackles, get the 3-man Soul Shackles. Oh, but it was such a nice ultimate from OP Pupper, but 1 second too late as Jupil gets some kills, and Lil Hentai Police also picks up 1 kill right there as Beowulf is back from the grave. But meanwhile, in the top lane, Chad Penguin did go down, and StarCraft takes the first tower, gets all 5 plates in that top lane. 2-0-1 right there against the 0-3-0 right there for Chad Penguin.
Yeah, that's rough, especially coming off a super strong game last time. Oh, really good ultimate there.
Ultimate from Beowulf going really well. Barklin99 does not have his ultimate available, but is the Space Aids going to spread? No! Unfortunate. Not enough damage coming out from Purple Psycho Dog. I think that was probably a Purple Psycho Dog call, and it was just a little bit, I believe, over-ambitious with just not having enough follow-up damage to really even make that a worthwhile decision.
Yeah, it felt a little bit forced. If they had done that maybe like a minute or two later when they had more cooldowns up and they were in a better position, I think it would have been a much better call. But I think sometimes you have to keep with the tempo, or you feel like you have to keep with the tempo of the game. Where the tempo of this game has been very high octane, where it's like it's about a kill a minute.
Yeah, we're over a kill a minute right now for sure.
So like that, like keeping the octane pace of that, this game is going to be like a skirmish and a scrap. So I think maybe if your PAW, maybe trying to ease up off the gas a little bit, as unideal as that sounds, like easing up off the gas and allowing FAP to make the mistakes if they're going to, or just playing I don't want to say more conservative, but playing a slower paced game and being able to take your advantages when they come.
Yeah, and now with the StarCraft being unleashed, StarCraft, I believe, is the richest person in the game. No, it is actually the Olaf with all those shutdowns. But we're looking at about 300 gold lead now, just barely any gold differential. But in the top lane, it is a 2,000 gold differential As I think if I'm Barklin99, I'm looking to probably try to get this Rift Herald. Because as much as you said the Ocean Drake was important, I don't think it's not helping their win conditions. They need gold on these carries, and getting some of these structures down would be really, really good. You can split with StarCraft, give him the Herald, and if there's ever a moment that they commit hard on you on the side of FAP, then PAW can just drop down that Rift Herald.
Yeah, and I definitely think that's a good point about overcommitting. Like if you have a team member that's gonna overcommit on the side of FAP, I think you're gonna be more than likely to see Chad Penguin overcommit. So that would really benefit having StarCraft like be able to just shove in, get that tier 2. Or even send maybe send him bot and have a 3-man bot and drop Rift Herald bot as well and just get a ton of additional value out of it.
Barklin99
Ooh.
gets rooted by the Dark Binding, has to blow his ultimate as the Undertow did connect. But there is no Tom Kench right here, and Donvel just is a Don dead as Beowulf and OP Pupper kill him and take this tower right now as the Drake will be started by Barklin99.
I do think something that I'm looking forward to is I want to see a bit more action from like there we go. This is what I was about to talk about.
Jupil goes in, takes down Beowulf. He is unstoppable, but here comes StarCraft. The Nethergrass, you can't do that. He's unstoppable as Rob gets slain down. And here comes Chad Pingo. Fear beyond death. No, 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 no. Oh, all the fears. OP Puppy getting as much damage. Oh, but the flash from Chad Penguin right there. As StarCraft is just him and his girlfriend fighting Chad Penguin. Can they do it? Look at this W Max. Look at them cleanse. Look at them move. Triple kill. More like a TKO. It's a double TKO. A double knockout. What the hell is this game?
This is what we call if the StarCraft. I don't know if StarCraft has Chad P Flex, but I'm gonna say Chad P Flex for both Chad Penguin and StarCraft.
Looking
Like that was absolutely ridiculous seeing both of like.
all right, I like how Chad goes from being the guy to have absolutely nothing. The next game, kick. Chad P flexes. Wait, Jake, is that you? Maybe. How you gonna do your boy like that, man? Chad P cry. It's because he's my man, and I say this, but he's a god now. Yep, that's a curse for sure. Hey, this guy's not doing so well right now. Pop off. This guy's doing great. Sucks. As we are now at 26 kills in 19 minutes and a 1.1k gold lead for the side of PAW. So, I mean, they've been able to manage to keep their gold lead, and they still got the Drake. I don't remember when that went down, to be quite honest, but they still got
I think it was at the start of the fight. Yeah, I think it was the start of the fight. Like that's kind of that was the initiator, and then ended up turning on that.
The 80 carries are very similar in farm, but when you look at the gold of what the OP Puppers has been able to do, it's
ridiculous.
Yeah, he's got an eye edge and a zeal. Almost has that rapid fire or static shiv done, as the Rift Herald was just taken at one of the last moments it possibly could. Nice hero minion right there, saving the Dark Binding from hitting Beowulf. And now StarCraft is the owner of this Rift Herald, but he's grouping mid when I really feel like he shouldn't. Chad Penguin giving the ARAM let's go in chat. Gotta love it.
Oh, Chad.
StarCraft says anything that'll get me out of here faster.
He's just trying to play game. He's just trying to go watch Game of Thrones, but
Yeah.
Hey, it'd be like that, so. I do think this game is going to come down to who's going to demonstrate the better map pressure. Because at this point you see that both teams are relatively equal. You know, obviously the Yorick is much larger.
Yeah, right now, Paul should just FF for Game of Thrones. I don't know if that's how it's going to work.
Wait. Okay. hear me out. I don't think it works like that, but like if Paw gets an ace, and they're like, oh, well, GG's, I guess.
What?
You can pull a normal solo queue and just be like, stupid team, and try and be like I don't know if you've ever had that. You have like your mid laner who plays like Fizz, and they're like, OMG, jungle doesn't understand how to play jungle.
Yes, I get a lot of people telling me that I don't know how to play jungle. Probably because I don't know how. But that's besides the point.
Dude, what do you mean? You're the best jungler. Best jungler NA. Go sign up for Optic
No,
Gaming.
what the heck? I would never sign up to play for Optic.
Yikes. Alright, you can play for Dignitas.
Oh, please don't do that to me.
Did you see that complete side note from the game? Clutch got sold and his Dignitas is being revived. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
I know. I was the one to post that in our chat.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Whoops. I just didn't see. I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah, Barkley
Oh my
99
God.
right there. Oh, and that's going to be a big suppression onto a Donville right there as he's going to go down. Rob uses the ultimate, but then flashes out. And it
Oh my.
looks like StarCraft's going to get nom 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 from Fear Beyond Death. The Fear does land onto the Purple Puppers dog, but meanwhile in the bot lane, you got Beowulf and OP Puppy doing their own version of double lift and crew, just split pushing forever, as we're still over a kill per minute. I hope someone dies 11 or 12 times in this game. That's all I want.
Ooh.
As a
Is he
nice ult back, OP Pupper's gonna have to flash. But wait, LOL Hentai outplaying it to where
Oh my
Jupil
God.
doesn't die, eats him, flashes away, and gets him going that way. Beowulf is long for this world, probably going to make it out of there. And just gets licked over the wall. Chat Penguin! He doesn't even get a... Oh, wow. So he's going to hit that, and then there we go. Jupil's going to pick up the kill right there, and they'll pick up their first Ocean Drake. And we're now at 30 kills in 23 minutes.
So, okay, now we see the Rift Herald coming down. A little bit of a forced call to drop it mid, I think. Just because it was like running out of time, but like ultimately it could have been worse. Ultimately you get one turret off it. It's not the best trade in the world, but like you got something out of it rather than just dropping it and getting you nothing than just a hit. So
yeah, so
I think
they
that's
do
really
get the trade. They also got the tier 2 in the bot lane, but then they lost their entire bot lane duo.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily know if that's worth it, but what I will say is very well played on the side of Tom Kench. Very smart to go ahead and grab Jupil, like eat him up, because you knew that he's picking up his red buff again, but earlier he had red buff, so that gave him the extra bit of healing, which was really nice. It's like knowing like, okay, I'll eat him, I'll heal him up, and he'll be ready for the fight again. Seeing vision clearing or vision control from the side of PAW here, looking to set up for Baron, maybe just like trying to deny them their vision. Oh, we see Lolly Hentai going ahead and grabbing the smite, so I definitely think they're looking for it.
Yeah, it's another... Last time he did that, they lost the team fight, but won the game off of it. So maybe that's the T.
And that's a trade you got. Like that's big brain plays. Like that's a longevity trade you got to be thinking about. It's like, all right, if we lose this team fight, the immediate repercussions are going to be that we're going to play on the back foot. But we get an objective, and we're gonna make really good use of this objective. So like, for the late game, it's gonna be good. I think that's pretty ingenious. I don't know if I'm giving it too much credit, but like,
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking at the Mountain Drake that will be spawning here in about 2.5 to 3 minutes. If the side of PAW can get this double Mountain Drake going, it'll be huge for their ability to just sneak off and do one of those purple Psycho Dog Baron baits, because they can just melt down it if they have complete vision control.
Absolutely.
This isn't Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. No, this isn't Game of Thrones. This is Patrick.
Gee. So yeah, we go ahead and see Psycho. I wanted the purple Psycho Pupper. That would have been good. The alliteration. Purple Psycho Dog going ahead and grabbing the grabbing blue buff, which I think is much needed because for Barkland at this point, Barkland just needs red and to get some farm to sustain himself. Being 30 CS down. The largest CS differential, actually, no, I say incorrectly. Largest CS differentials in bot lane. But even still, like both teams doing really well, like keeping pace with one another and like keeping this game incredibly tight.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all want, I can make this Game of Thrones. Red side is the Lannisters, and well, what is there gonna be?
The Lannisters and the oh my god,
The Starks? No, the Starks would be the puppies because they're like wolves. So the Starks versus the Lannisters, and the little hentai is the Lannisters.
So Rip, does that make Ripley hentai Tyrion?
Yes.
He's
Well, no, because he's not a part of the Lannister. Like he is a Lannister, but he's not a part of their like.
Peter Dinklage.
Yeah. He's with Daenerys and the Targaryens.
Man. But yeah, we see like. Oh, excuse me. We see like. There's a lot of very tight knit like CS and very probably tight knit gold. Top lane is pretty close. Jungle is kind of a blowout in favor of FAP. Mid lane's kind of close. Bot lane, and then bot lane's just a go Tristana.
Yeah, so it is basically, as was said, it's basically Olaf and Oath. Triss is a Yordle, though. There's no way she's bigger than a full-grown man. Fighting an incest, they need to fight without Olaf, and they win. Yeah, but here's the second.
So one comment relative to the game, and the rest of quality memes. I love it.
Yep. So they do get that second Mountain Drake as the Dark Binding is just dodged out on by Beowulf. Great dodge by him, and that doesn't only mean that they're going to have so much pressure on this Baron that they're going to be looking towards, but that StarCraft in this side lane will absolutely decimate any structure that he comes up towards.
And I think that's a really good point to make, is because we already know that Yorick is already a very strong split push champion as is. Giving him this additional bonus with the double Mountain Drake is going to be huge. Jupil going ahead and opting to clear out the vision, but we see the two man top, and it's going to be a 3-on-2 top lane. We see Jupil going ahead and roaming. A lot of damage being put down by the OP puppy, though.
Yeah, I'm also kind of I see that StarCraft has gone for the Zizirot portal, but I think he needs one more actual, like maybe a armor item of some sort to try to shut off a little bit of this damage, but I know it'll be true damage eventually. The flash coming out from Purple Psycho Dog, really nice early flash as to not get taken down. But meanwhile, StarCraft going in, and Chad Penguin now having to burn this flash. So two solo laners burning the flash. Top laner for the side of the Lannisters, and the Starks mid laner.
And I think that's actually a really good point to make, is we start to look at the summoner spells being partially the deciding factor here. We see that they're grouped that oh god. The Lannisters are grouped mid lane. and we see the Starks getting ready to retaliate. But now it's a 3-on-2.
Yeah, and the hardest thing for FAP right now is basically that they're trying to get this mid lane tower down, because once you get this mid lane tower down, then they can have access into that top side red side jungle right there to get more vision to see where the enemy team is. But if they do a full recall right here for the side of Yeah, see, but I don't necessarily agree with this. You have so much pressure now that the Maiden is down in this bot lane. Chad Penguin at any moment could possibly die. He does not have flash anymore. And you should be looking to try to get pure vision in this river, and then into the blue side jungle of FAP right there. But as long as Rob is just staying mid, it gives more time for the rest of the team to farm up and get some of these items.
Agreed. Nope. Here we go.
Barkley99 is found out on top of Jupil. He's not ulted away yet. He gets a little bit of damage down right there. Oh, StarCraft taking down Rob incredibly low. But the suppression, it's a 2-for-1 special right there. And they're serving up double as StarCraft gets 2 very untimely eat for the side of Lol Hentai Police, who just kind of gift wrapped himself and Rob there. And now that's going to be the Baron started.
And this is this is where we start to see this late game come in, like the late game pressure of Yorick, the evolution of Malzahar. I think Malzahar is a much better late game champion just because of the capability of pick. So I'm just in the Tristana as well. We start to see the Tristana. Like Tristana is now 3 items in.
Yeah, remember that smite that he had? He still hasn't trained it off, so he didn't even have cleanse or anything to get out of there. And now they're going to be sieging on this mid lane tier 2. Going to be getting it right there with that last part of the explosive shot. But now, again, StarCraft 8-2-2. This has been the game of the split push top laners. But my dude, they got 4 coming for you. You better start running. Leave your girlfriend behind. She'll die for you. She's trying to chase after you, dude. Just run away. And it's a last and final Mountain Drake that will be spawning, as we are now just under a kill a minute, as we're hitting the 33-minute mark with 32 kills.
Bold. I want more team fighting so we can keep this kill a minute thing going, but
I just want someone to end up with 11 deaths, 11 or 12 deaths. That's all I'm asking for.
I would say where's Hero, but
no.
Rest in peace. Yeah, they definitely recognize on the side of FAP. They recognize that we can't give this up. Ultimately, they should have known that from the start, but it's one of those things where no matter how straightforward, it's like, all right, it's just a Drake. We can't get we know that they have 2. We can't let them get the 3rd. Even regardless of that, that will be the deciding factor of this game. They will. It doesn't matter. They will do so much damage so quick.
Yep. So it looks like in the top lane, they ended up taking down that tier 2 StarCraft here with his girlfriend. They're just wanting to watch Game of Thrones and end this game right now, as the rest of the team is pressuring mid lane, trying to choke between both of top and mid right here. Meanwhile, bot lane will be slowly pushing towards the side of FAP's base.
Slow chokehold. I'm all about that style of gameplay. Play systematic and play controlled.
Yeah, and also, I want to know, where did he put the ZZ Rod, or is it not available right now?
That's a good question.
And now he's been called to go in, and the Soul Shackles come out. Beowulf going in right there. Nice ultimate from Barklin999 as the shutdown comes down for StarCraft. Barklin99 is still alive. My goodness, this man will not die. That was so much stalling he did on that backline, as now StarCraft and the rest of the crew are just trying to go down, take it down. They take down the mid lane inhibitor right here. Adonville doing as much as he can, but it's only 3 versus 4 right here, as they're going to rotate to this top lane turret. StarCraft and his girlfriend saying, I need to find out what happens in Game of Thrones. Let us go, please. As the Dark Binding just barely missed. That could have been Barklin99's life. They take down 1 inhibitor tower. They take down 2 inhibitor towers, and they're going to take down 2 inhibitors with 1 inhibitor and tower remaining in the bot lane with that 3rd and final Mountain Drake up. We are at 35 kills with 35 minutes, so we are just still right under that 1 kill per minute, as it is 8 towers to 1 and about a 6.2k gold lead for the side of Paw Patrol.
I'm still just trying to process everything that happened in that team fight. If you watch, Barclay 99 just dukes it out with Jupil the entire time, and they're both just healing off each other, and it's just nutty. Like, you want to talk about like a slapping contest? They were doing a real slapping contest.
The realest of slapping contests. Well, now you see that OP Puppy not only has the Guardian Angel, let's look at some of these items completions. Not only is the Guardian Angel, but the stopwatch also not being broken right there. Level 18s for both top laners, level 16s for both junglers and mid laners, and then a slight level advantage on the side of the bot lane for PAW over their counterparts. Looking at the gold right now, 4,000 gold lead in the bot, 1,000 in the mid, 2,000 deficit, and then a 4,000 gold lead in the top lane. So, kind of all equates to what we have as the gold lead right now. Is StarCraft is just trying to play safe. They have 3 mountains. This Baron, if they all started at the time that it spawns, should not last longer than 7 seconds if they all just stay on it.
We see them getting a little invasive for vision, which I think is a good thing, but there just comes a point where you just gotta say, let's do it. Pull the trigger on Baron. Like, you know that it's gonna be the fight that makes or breaks the game, but you gotta do it anyways.
Alright, here comes the big giant purple worm coming out here. They do not get that last word. Oh, Opie, instead of clicking his thing, breaks his stopwatch. And he gives us a little, yeah, I know. Hopefully no one saw that, but we all saw it, Opie.
Nobody knows, Newton.
We all saw it. Exclamation point Rich in chat, by the way, guys.
Oh, Rich.
As they
I
are
do think right now.
They're going to be going towards it. Here comes Jupil running at them with nobody to come in behind. Here comes Lolly Hentai Believes that they're going to go on to that purple Psycho Dog right there. Gonna get it right there. But Opie is in the back. They get 1 kill trade. Beowulf still alive. A double kill for the side of Chad Pengu right there. But blue team's turret is destroyed and the TP's coming out. This will at least be triple inhibitor. And that is all that she wrote right now.
So I think at this point, yeah, and we see the counter TP to...
Alright, now this is about to just be shredded down. Look at this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He gets it. Chad Pengu right there. Tries to do it. Opie Puppy, the girlfriend, and StarCraft say, please let us watch Game of Thrones. Dear God, we want to get out of here. And they take down Chad Pengu, who obviously doesn't care about it. The flash is coming out. StarCraft tries to get the flash on the Lil Hentai Police. Lil Hentai Police says, no, you can't have your Game of Thrones yet. It's not even a good one.
StarCraft is just playing like stupidly well.
Yes.
I have nothing more to say.
StarCraft is full damage on this.
Oh, I didn't even see the Death Dance. That's awesome.
Death Dance, Spear of Sojin, Sterix, and then just a little bit of armor in the Tabi and your ZZ Rot portal.
That's what we call bold. Night King OP.
Hey, by the way, Greg, can you stream the game that you're casting, please? We still need a caster. I mean a streamer. As we have the inhibitors will be... Yes, Greg, you said that you could.
Ooh.
You're going to be on PMA LCS. You're on this channel. This isn't the Kappa Kappa Psi League of Legends Championships. You're right, it's
Yikes.
not. This is their father. As we are at 20 and 20, even on kills, but not even in gold. As Law Hentai Police Ultimate came out? No, I thought I heard it. And they're taking down, my goodness, that's so much damage. That is the scariest shovel you could ever have in your life. You think the Night King's scary? I want to show you this guy. This guy is scary, alright? As they're probably looking for an engage here.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna use Jupil as their main engaged tool at the end. It's like, well,
Jupil coming in and Lol Hentai Police going in with Rob for the 3-man Soul Shackles, but doesn't get anybody going. Chad Pengu trying to do the best he can as StarCraft is fighting. Barkley 999 uses a stopwatch and no one's dying. Is this TSM versus TL? So much is happening, no one's dying. As the minions start flooding into the base. They're just trying to escort these Baron empowered super minions in here. You have to fight now. These towers are so incredibly low. One rocket shot from Tristana can do it. That's one tower down. Traps Jupil in there. He's unstoppable, but you actually get stopped by terrain. He's just going to continue going on. Gets on the purple Psycho Dog who has to flash out. Chad Pengu takes down Barklin 99. The OP Poppy is doing his best. But meanwhile, StarCraft is in the back. Is he going to get it one more? And he gets to go see Game of Thrones. StarCraft doing his better impersonation of Expecte, and he gets it. Both of these games being taken down by the top laners at the last second.
that makes me really happy to see, like, because top lane, I like most people think it's just like, oh, it's the island by themselves. Like, it's good to see that it's very well featured here. I greatly appreciate it. So,
StarCraft not even doing the most damage on his team. Doing more damage than anybody in the other team. Barely. But he probably has the most damage to structures. I gotta look at this. Total damage to objectives. Yep. Him and Barklin 999. Yeah. So, who's your MVP as you're making the MVP poll? And why is it StarCraft?
it's Beowulf because I do think StarCraft 100% deserves it. If we look at I guarantee if you look at damage dealt to objectives, is very close between him and OP Puppy. Just both of them doing a ton of damage, being able to shred, and ultimately it comes down to who does the most damage to shredding things.
Yep, and I think it was kind of really good because as you were saying in the beginning, it was very reminiscent of the early game they had in the previous one. OP Puppy on some type of hyper carry in the bot lane, getting ahead early. Beowulf or it was Purple Psycho Dog being the playmaking support to try to set up all these plays. Barklin 99 like living in the bot side in the first game, but then finding out that the win condition was their top lane and getting Chad Penguin behind at 0-3 and 0 at one point when the first tower fell. As that straw poll right there is what you're going to be wanting voting in. We're going to leave it up for about 1 minute because I don't think there's really any contention about who it's going to be. We're going to go jump down into OP isn't a win condition Omega lol. Bad AEC. Yeah, I agree, especially that it's almost as bad as a support who sits on Smite for about 6 minutes when they have Unsealed Spellbook. But, Omega lol. We're going to go jump down into the player of the game interview 1. All right, we are here. Chad Pengu, please come join us. You were the MVP from Game 1. And as I said before, 1 vote for everybody else, and Barklin.
Chad's AFK.
Chad's AFK. Okay, so we'll get the other guy who's decent.
We don't have one of those on our team.
Yikes.
Then we'll get you.
Fair enough.
StarCraft, come in here. I know, we'll do it real quick, dude, but come on. Nate?
Yeah.
Hello? Nate?
Hello.
What are you doing, man?
I just snuck in here with Dylan.
Why?
I don't know, I was bored.
Hey, are you playing right now, or are you casting?
No, I just noticed Bear's by himself. Does he need a casting partner?
Yes.
If you wanna add me there, I can't join the thing.
All right, cool. All right, so congratulations to the 1-1 between both of the teams. What were your thoughts on the series as a whole?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Top
I don't
lane,
know. I
right?
think you have the two most drunk players in the game here.
Dude, I bought 2 Game of Thrones.
Austin is not here currently, so yeah, damage to turrets. I'll look at the damage to turrets. We'll look at that. 14,841.
Did Chad Penguin just ghost us?
Totally. Yeah, he doesn't love
he's
us
already
anymore.
watching Game of Thrones.
What the fuck?
All right, so if there are no questions from chat, no bad ADC. All right, that's good. Yeah. All right, damage to turrets. All right, cool.
Here, can you move me back real quick?
Yep, sure.
Colin, do you want to find a stream link and watch it together?
Yeah, we'll watch it together. I'll do a rabbit, but so I think that's gonna be it. There's gonna be another game right now over on I Wanna Was a Good Day, and I think one on PMA LCS. That's gonna be SVT versus OOF and LDD versus LOT, I believe. Legends on Tap. So these are great games. You should go check them out. This was a great this was a great series between the dogs of the Stark tribe and the fappers of the Lannister.
Yeah, the Fappers are definitely the Greyjoys because they said the
No.
sex drive is insatiable.
No, but the fappers would definitely be the Lannisters because it's the first thing you see them doing in the first episode of the entire show. So, and
I've never seen Game of Thrones.
Oni-chan is like your brother, right? All right. So for all of us who not here at the live at the not so lively broadcast crew, thank you so very much. Check out the other 2 games that are just starting right now, happening right now. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and go TSM.